Hey, getaway, Alex here, and in this video let's talk about monthly expenses living 1 month in Buenos Aires. So yes, that's going to be my personal experience living 1 month in Buenos Aires. However, I'm keep on living here. So I arrived here in the middle of September, and it's already October, and I'm going to stay here at least for 1.5 more months. But I just want to summarize this 1 month expenses as of now, because I know there's a lot of information about, the money inflation here in Buenos Aires and how horrible it is. Spoiler, it's not that horrible. Well, again, it depends. Obviously, where are you coming from? Why are you coming here? And stuff. But everything is not that horrible. I'm telling you, as a traveler, I would say professional traveler who've been visiting 66 countries of the world, and last almost 12 years I was working on a cruise ships. Right, so I'm gonna open my bank app and we're gonna break down everything. To be honest, on top of whatever you're gonna see right now here, I believe it's 1,000 bucks that I spent. You also need to add $600 that I physically exchange in different exchange kiosks, or sometimes it was just this hand-to-hand money exchange on the street. So in total, I would say I spent $1,600 because out of those $600, obviously I have some leftovers for the next month. Anyway, let's try to break it down. Obviously, your first expense is going to be your Airbnb or your accommodation. Now, let me open the screen recording from my bank app. It's in Ukrainian because I am Ukrainian. So, follow me, and I'm going to break down for you those expenses of mine. Once again, these expenses does not include those $600 that physically I was exchanging on the streets or in those kiosks that they do have all over the city. Now, why you have to do that, physically exchange your money and carry with you the cash, which for me, honestly, I don't remember when the last time, I was having so much cash in my pocket. It's because the money rate changes here so much. Like, I'm gonna give you example. First day, on the second day when I arrived, peso cost 1,350. So 1,350 pesos I received for $100. So 1.35. Let's put it this way, yeah. And then after 1 month, when I was doing exchange already for the second time, it's already cost 1.22. So for $100, they would give you 1,220. So that's how within 1 month inflation of money happened. Just to give you an idea. And I figure out also when you're paying with your card. So the main thing that this is how they call the rate that they call the dollar blue, like unofficial dollar rate. But the official one, the government rate, it goes around 0.95. So for $100, you're gonna get under 1,000 pesos. So that's why a lot of people are, saving 15-20% when they are using cash. Now, I also figure out that my bank, like most of the banks in the world, they do something like in between the official rate and the dollar blue. So I would say I notice that my bank, when I do the transaction through the app with my PayPass, it was charging me something like 1.19, maybe later on 1.17. or let's say for $100, you would receive or you would pay almost 1,200, a little bit less than that, which is not that bad. If you're here only for a couple of weeks or for the month, you don't have to bother having so much cash in your pocket. However, you're gonna save maybe up to 10-15% if you're gonna do exchange of your money. 10-15% for each and every dollar or $100. Alright, this one to show you how the receipt from Dia, one of the most popular supermarkets, you're gonna find them probably in each and every block, looks like. So as you see, that was one of my visit. I got a water, then I got bread for a burger, then this is a ketchup, this is my non-alcoholic beer, then this is cheese, this is palta, by the way, that's how they call avocado. Not aguacate like in some Spanish-speaking countries, but palta. Interesting. Then the rice. This is like hamburger vegetarian. It's like powder that you need to make, like basically the patty. Papas corte. What the heck is that? Ah, this is chips. Okay, I got you. Cafe. This is coffee. Cost 6.8. 1 month ago, I bought for 4. Coffee. This is onion. This is tomatoes, and that's the total in Argentinian peso. And now I'm gonna show you how much I was charged. So I was charged like $6, and if I'm gonna do calculation, divide this into what I was actually charged. So it's like something like in between, you know, the exchange rate that my bank, for example, using, it's something in between official, which is 0.9, and then unofficial you can get for 1.35, and basically my bank charged me for 1.2, something in between. Well, it is what it is. All right, so let's break it down. I have my computer right here, and I made this screen recording. So I spent $1,059.34, and my app break it down in a few different categories. This is one of the cards that I use, but that's the one that I use the most. Some of the expenses I don't include here, like my YouTube premium, Netflix, and all that jazz. However, I don't do Netflix. I do have some other subscriptions that are not included there. Those ones are around $20. So the main category is traveling. There's 3 transactions. Here it's included my Airbnb. Talking about Airbnb, to be honest, I'm not very happy with my second Airbnb. That's where I'm actually shooting right now. Yes, it has this kind of nice patio. However, there's no direct light. There's no direct light that goes to my actual room where the studio where I actually live. So that's one of the things that I dislike about my Airbnb. And in one of the following videos, I'm actually gonna show you how this place looks like. Again, light for me crucial thing, and also I believe because there is no direct light comes to this place, also has this it has too much humidity, and sometimes I even can feel this humidity, how to say, humidity in the, you know, in the air inside of my Airbnb, which is not good at all. And the main thing that my Airbnb, which cost $460, did not answer very simple question. Do I feel like home here? No, I don't. So, you know, I don't want to come back here. I just want to come here to sleep and go. However, since I don't have a job here, and technically this is my vacation, I want to spend some time, you know, just chilling, you know, watching something, cooking and stuff. There's a lot of questions I have about this Airbnb. However, I'm gonna shoot about it separate video. But again, this 450 bucks, 60 bucks, that's basically my payment for this next month. The previous month Airbnb, or my first month in Buenos Aires, I was living in Airbnb in San Telmo, and this is one of the central areas in Buenos Aires, and I paid $600. You can watch that video on my channel. I'm gonna put it somewhere here, the link. Talking about this Airbnb right now as well, yes, it has this like a patio or terrace, but it's very noisy and I literally can hear everybody. It's like a well, you know, like well between the couple of buildings, so I literally can hear my neighbors are sneezing. I'm not even sure some of them, they are even observing right now what's going on right now here, but who cares anyway. Also, what I notice in general, you know, in Airbnb is if you are a sensitive sleeper, you have to be careful with that. The door, the entry door, the entrance door, usually it's not the best quality. I've been to several apartments, you know, visiting some friends, and this is already my second apartment that I'm renting. I notice that looks like nobody cares that much about this entrance door and the isolation of the noise, because in here I basically can hear each and every word of my neighbors and everybody who's passing by outside of my door. And yeah, again, if you are a sensitive sleeper, you need to, you know, pay attention to those things and investigate more. I know it's when you are doing the Airbnb, you can be very limited with, you know, the pictures that you see, with the, you know, understanding where you're going to be living. But keep that in mind. If you want to sleep well in your Airbnb, you need to double check where exactly your Airbnb located. All right, so let's continue with the expenses. As you see, there says Catamaran del Sol. That was my catamaran, or the boat that we went once to Tigre with a group of Ukrainian community that I found here, and yeah, that was the pay for the boat that we took in Tigre. Tigre, it's a little town on the north of Buenos Aires, located on the delta of I believe River Parana, and I kindly recommend you to visit that. If I'm going to be inspired, I might also put together a couple of video recommendations about visiting of that place. Then I got here $10 charge for my previous Airbnb. That was like the new linen and stuff. And my Airbnb, $457. That's where I stay right now. Actually, I booked it for 3 months, but I canceled because I cannot cancel 2 months. I'm gonna stay here only for 1 month because, as I already mentioned, you already probably know, I've never been so unhappy with Airbnb like I'm unhappy here. Noisy, smelly, those couple amenities that are actually included, like a good Wi-Fi, the patio here, opportunity to keep your bicycle, dedicated workspace or workplace. They don't cover all the negative things. Let's don't focus on that and continue. In the next category, I have some other. So this first expense of $106 includes my expenses for bicycle that you actually can see right now. By the way, on this channel, there's also a couple of videos about my cycling around Buenos Aires. You can check it out as well and leave me your feedback. So far, I consider purchasing bicycle as the most successful purchase that I made in the last probably couple of months. So it cost $106, but it's together with the actual bicycle cost 90,000 peso, which is less than 90 bucks. But together with the pump and together with the chain and the lock, it cost $106. And I knew that I'm gonna stay here in general in Buenos Aires for 3 months, and then I need to go to Paraguay for another month, and then I'm probably gonna be back, so it's a good investment. However, to be honest, I purchased my bicycle, which became my new best friend, very spontaneously. I was just walking around on the street, I saw it, and I was like, okay, that's not new, it's secondhand, but the price is good, get the job done, and why not? All right, we continue. Then there's a couple of purchases here and there. Cannot even explain what are those. I think there are also some, purchases of different things and stuff. We're gonna go to products. Again, remember, this is only the part of the products, so just to give you an idea how that looks like. So it says 150, but I feel like I spent here another at least 250, maybe $300 out of those $600 that I have exchanged for actually supermarkets and stuff. Then cafe and restaurants, again, you can see what exactly I spent. Usually, look, you go to the coffee shop, you're gonna spend probably under $10, or a little bit around $10, or a little bit less than that if you're gonna go for something like a Starbucks and you're gonna go for venti latte and a little croissant or something like that. That's gonna be around $10. There's much cheaper places as well, but not that much. Like coffee here costs 3,500 pesos on average, which is, again, depends how you change or exchange, gonna be around $3, and maybe a little bit less than that, in some places over that, so $3-4 in general for a cup of coffee, which is not that cheap. In Europe, still till now, I'm not sure you can find coffee cheaper. By the way, the same Burger King right here, I got almost $19. That's for two, but I would say that's the same vegetarian combo that I order for myself. Here it costs like half of that, yeah, $9. In Paraguay, the same combo would cost for me $5. So let me rephrase that. So here I spent a little bit less than $10 for veggie combo in Burger King. For the same combo, veggie combo in Asunción in Paraguay a month ago, or a couple of 6 weeks ago, I would spend $5. So to give you an idea. Yeah, in general, I would say if I want to go and have a meal, it's never less than $10, sometimes 15, and most of the time it's gonna be around 17, 20. Depends again on the place, and even though I'm vegetarian, it's not cheaper for me. And don't take this, especially if you are from Argentina, that I'm complaining about something or stuff or criticizing anything. No, we're just going through the facts, and I'm sharing my personal experience, which I hope can be useful for somebody, especially those of you who are planning your traveling. So you probably, do your research, so you have some understanding what you're gonna spend, or what to be prepared for. It says that I spent $88. Out of those, $600, we have another $3. I would say it's another 100 for sure plus I spent in this category for cafes and stuff. However, I cook a lot actually, and I'm not going out that much. The next category that says taxes, that's my payment for the residency, which I'm trying to obtain here. Well, I'm already in the process of, I already applied, I'm already waiting for my DNI. That's what they call like the ID card here basically. But I believe that particular payment, because I couldn't figure out Spanish issues, I think that payment I've done wrong, so I kind of claim it to be refunded. But if not, let's consider that as just investment in beautiful Argentina that gives me opportunity to be here and stay here in these not very pleasant times for my beautiful Ukraine. So if not gonna get refund, let's put it this way, it's gonna be a little investment in beautiful country of a little donation for beautiful country of Argentina. Then taxis, as you see, I spent less than 50 bucks here. Only 14 times I was riding, and most of the time it was under $5. The location where I was pretty walkable. I walked from there a couple of times to places that I was interested, like the center, and even also where I went to some gatherings for expats and nomads. Or if I would take Uber, that's where I would go from San Telmo to Palermo, where most of those gatherings happen. So as you see, $3 would cover that easily. Or you easily can use the public transportation, and I do have video about public transportation here, which can be maybe a little less convenient, however much cheaper. On the dollar you could get anywhere you want. One transaction tells that from the Fortaleza Fitness, that's actually I paid first month when I just moved to the next Airbnb for the next month for my gym, because gym in the previous Airbnb was included. There was also again, you can check out in this video that I shoot about that Airbnb that I'm already kind of missing. Yeah, and basically why I decided to change. Well, first of all, I did book my first Airbnb only for 1 month, and I didn't actually know where to go, what to do with my life. Now I have kind of a couple of ideas while I'm here, and now I kind of figure out where I need to go and where am I doing in my life. But I would say like this, from $600 I downgraded to $460, and would easily pay the difference of 140 bucks just to be in my previous Airbnb, which was very light, very spacious. It has also the patio or the terrace where I have less noise. There was some noise, but less noise as I have here. And because there was so much light in that Airbnb, there was no problem with the no smell and stuff. Sometimes you need to pay a little bit more, and extra 100 bucks, but you can upgrade your life so much, and you're gonna be so much happier. Anyway, back home we have this saying that if you are not ready to pay, if you want to be cheap, then you're gonna eventually pay just a little later. That's I'm trying to rephrase this famous phrase or the saying from back home. And the last thing, that's Claro internet. So as you see, it costs $11.49. That's I pay, I believe, for 20 gigas or maybe 25 gigas. It was very easy. The second day when I just arrived here, I went to one of the shops, Claro shops. It was on Avenida Mayo, I believe, one of the central avenue here in Buenos Aires. It was just so easy. You go there, you choose your number, you approach the lady. Even with my broken Spanish, I could explain what I want. She knew what I want. Like, you turista, like you tourist, this is the best plan for you. Here you go. She explained me how to top up. I paid. Everything was straightforward, and as you see, basically $12. I think I top it up next time for another promotion, something like that as well. And it cost, I think there was a couple of different ones, so I choose the one that cost 15,000 pesos, which is around $13. Yeah, so that's your expectation. So yeah, that's to summarize what are the expenses of mine for my first month in Buenos Aires. Was $1,600 ish. I was trying to be within $1,500 limit. Well, let's see. I'm gonna try to do that next month. So far, I have only expenses, no incomes, but I'm working on that. Maybe one day this channel is gonna be monetized, because I would love to, let's be honest, I would love this channel to become monetized while I'm providing some tips, some nice, useful information, or at least a little bit of storytelling, or maybe a little bit of entertainment while I'm here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.